Greetings, justice seekers. Welcome to Justice, Not Justice, Season 1, Episode 36. So in early May of 2019, as you'll recall, Judge Carroll signed orders drafted by Lisa Bangert, which expressly violated Jeremiah's First Amendment rights of free speech, as well as those of mine, even though I'm not a party to this lawsuit. Subsequently, Jeremiah violated those orders, as we've already discussed. They were violated as soon as he walked out the door, and Lisa Bangert attempts to hold him in contempt and have him thrown in jail for doing that. So how did this all resolve? As I mentioned, we were able to secure an attorney. Now, fast forward to August of 2019. This was the first hearing, pre-trial or trial or whatever, first final hearing on the divorce. Okay, so in the meantime, Jeremiah's attorney, Ryan, and Bangert had been talking and negotiating and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And Ryan calls me and he says, okay, I have a way to keep Jeremiah out of jail. And I said, great, what is it? And he says, Bangert has this contract that she wants you to sign. And I almost fell off the floor laughing. So just to recap a little again, to remind, there were a lot of people who were contacting me and Jeremiah about Bangert and the way that she operates, okay? And she knew. I also was working with a reporter at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel about this story. So Bangert wanting me specifically to sign a contract that I wouldn't talk about her was hilarious to me, and definitely an indication that she is very aware of the threat of exposure and what that will mean to her as a practicing attorney and her reputation as being one of the finest GALs in Milwaukee County and all of that. Excuse me. So it didn't take me too long to agree to sign this contract because, was Jeremiah's freedom worth it? So here's what the contract says, and this was signed by me, Jeremiah, and Lisa Bangert during that first hearing in August. This is not any kind of court order. It was never brought in front of the judge. This is just a simple contract that she drew up. For good and valuable consideration, the parties freely and voluntarily, with the assistance of counsel, enter into the following contractual obligation. Subject to applicable law, Jeremiah Collins and Kristen Reedstrom, individually, together, or under any aliases, covenant and agree that neither he or she nor any of their respective agents, subsidiaries, affiliates, successors, assigns, officers, key employees, or directors will in any way publicly disparage, call into question, or disrepute, defame, slander, or otherwise criticize or critique in any way Lisa A. Bangert, individually, professionally, or as a business, or her subsidiaries, affiliates, successors, assigns, officers, directors, employees, shareholders, agents, attorneys, or representatives, or any of her products or services in any manner that would damage the business or reputation of Lisa A. Bangert, her products or services, or of her subsidiaries, affiliates, successors, employees, blah, blah, blah. If that doesn't speak volumes about the terror that Lisa Bangert was feeling and should be feeling about the exposure, I don't know what else can, but she's terrified, and she should be, because what she does is criminal. She destroys families, and I'm not the only person that has said this, and I'm not going to get on the Google Yelp reviews right now, but go look yourself right now, because there have been some that have been very recently posted. So she's continuing to operate. We must hold her and this system accountable for what is going on down there in the Milwaukee County family courts. I'll talk to you soon.